What's going on, guys? So there's a new duplication glitch in the Outer Worlds, and I just recently seen it on YouTube, posted by Redbeard the Gamer. Link to that original video will be in the description below. But yeah, so new duplication glitch, which I'm super excited about because it just makes my gameplay that much more enjoyable when you don't have to worry about money. Like in most games. So I apologize early on for the poor audio. I'm just using my phone right now because I don't have my setup, but this was just too good not to make a video. So what you're seeing here is just me getting the item that I'm duplicating. And so what I was trying was I took the original method that was in the video, and some comments were posted under that video that said that if you stored it in a container, it would disappear. However, for me, this container that's right here in the first town that you go to in Edgewater, that container that's right there on the side, it didn't disappear. So this was a workaround for being encumbered, but I'll get into that. So I'll show you how to do it when you're just starting out, and then what to do when you're got a really big stack and every time you pick it up you're encumbered and you can't fast travel, because that's essential to this. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to have the item that you want to duplicate. One of it, two of it, it doesn't matter. You want to go into the general store, and in front of the shopkeeper on the rug you want to drop your item. And so you go into your inventory, you press Y, and then you press up, and then it drops on the floor. And then what you do is you come outside, and then you go to the map, go over to the fast travel point, and fast travel. Now don't worry, this video is going to be quite long, and I'm going to go over this several times so that there's no confusion on what to do. So as this is loading up here for me to get back into it, real simple and straightforward. Get the item that you want to duplicate it. Now I started out with these mods. They're the highest amount of money for sale. They were like $63 a piece, and I had two of them. So I started with just two. And so what I'm showing here is that I have 384 in this stack. And what I'm doing now is I am going outside. I picked up the item I duplicated, and I'm going ahead and making a save. And now I'm going to go store that 384. And then I'm going to fast travel, pick up that stack again, and then come retrieve this stack so it's combined. So I'm going to store that in this bin container. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the map, and I'm going to fast travel. Now here's the thing, once you drop it for the first time, you don't have to drop it again. And I'll show you later in the video when you're doing it for the first time with like a low amount of items that like you have one of something. You drop it the first time, and then after that it's just fast traveling. It's picking it up, fast traveling, picking it up, fast traveling, picking it up until you've got a stack, and then you'll start the process all over again. So there, I've picked it up. And now I'm going to go retrieve the one that I have stored in the container, so that combines it. Now this is when you get to like a hefty stack of like 20 or 30 or whatever, and now you're trying to double it up. You'll be fine up until the point where you're encumbered. Now I put all my items in this bin so I'd have maximum capacity, carrying capacity. So now I have 384 over there and 384 on this side, makes 768. Now it's just like I'm starting all over. I've doubled my stacks, And like I said, when you're not encumbered and you're trying to double stack or you're trying to stack for the first time, what you'll do is you'll just hold it in your inventory, and then you'll fast travel and then pick up the next one, and then you'll have double the amount. And then you'll start the process over again where you'll drop it for the first time. So I'm coming in here, I'm going into my inventory screen, going to my item, press Y, go up, drop, maximum amount, it drops on the floor, I walk outside, and then I fast travel back into Edgewater. Now, when you spawn back in and you go into the general store to pick up the duplicated items, when you walk up to it, you'll walk up to the doorway and then back up a little bit and then walk forward a little bit and it'll spawn in. So you can't just go in there, and you'll see me throughout the video do this to where it takes a second. Like right now it's not showing up, so I walk up to the doorway and then back up, and then there it spawns in, and I've got my 768. Now you can go to the vendor and you can sell it. And I'm gonna make 48,000. Now I just sold it. Now walk back outside and fast travel again. So this is the easy part to where it's all real easy once you get the hang of it. You just drop what you want to do, walk outside, fast travel, and it'll be duplicated. Now, some people are getting hung up on the fact that it's like, well, I dropped one of something and then I fast traveled, but then when I go pick it up, it's still just one of something. And that's because you have to go in here, wait for it to spawn, pick up the item, keep it in your inventory, and fast travel again. So that way you're constantly picking up. See right there, I picked it up, and then what you would do at this point is you would fast travel again, and then you would pick it up again and pick it up again until you have a stack, and then you would drop that stack like you would the very first time, if that makes sense. I'll have like a written description on how to do this too, if it's confusing. But right now I'm saving the game, and you want to do that periodically for crashes or whatever, is that you want to pick up your stack or pick up whatever you're duplicating. You want to pick it up when you fast travel. You want to pick it up, and then you want to walk back outside, and you want to save the game, so that way you saved it with it in your inventory. And so that way, if something messes up or the game crashes, you didn't lose that progress, that time, or that stack. So now what I'm doing is I had 768, I stored that, I fast traveled, and I put it in the bin. And so right now I'm fast traveling, and I'm going to go into the general store, and I'm going to pick up that 768 stack that's duped, and then I'm going to combine it with what's in my bin, and then that's going to be double the 768, which is like 1,500 and something. So walked up, it didn't spawn in, give it a second, there it is, I pick it up. And this is more like after you've been doing this for like 10-15 minutes, and then you've got like a really hardy stack where it's like I said, you're encumbered, you can barely move, so you can't fast travel, at least not this early on, while you're encumbered. So this is a workaround. So now I go to the bin here, and I go to Y. Always hit Y. Always hit Y to transfer, and then R1 to go over to the bin to transfer it back into your main inventory. So now I've just combined both of those. And because I've combined both of them, now I have a bigger stack. Now if I were to fast travel at this point, then the original one that I just had of 768 is what would be duped. So what I got to do now is like I'm starting over for the first time. I doubled my stack. Now I have a bigger stack. Now I have to start the process over again. And that's what you're going to see me do here. So I'm going to drop these 1536, and that's my large stack. Now I don't recommend going that high because I'll show like an audio clip here in a second of the NPCs. The game slows down, like it's too much information for the system to render, or it's like storing that data or whatever of those 1,500 items, which it's not programmed to do that. So just be aware that there's going to be stuttering.
Music to my ears.
So there you could have heard the stuttering from the NPCs. So now at this point, it's just a rinse and repeat process, just like you'd be doing in the beginning. So yeah, so the basic premise is get what you want to duplicate, drop it on the floor, walk outside, fast travel back to where you're at, go in there, pick it up, fast travel again, go in there, pick it up, fast travel again, go in there, pick it up, and do that until you got a stack, right? Do it until you got a stack of 20, okay? When you got a stack of 20, go back in there and then drop the 20 on the floor, and then fast travel. And then you'll go in there and you'll pick up the 20, and then you'll fast travel and you'll pick up another 20, and then you'll fast travel and you'll pick up another 20. And then when you have a bigger stack now of 80, then you'll go in there and drop the 80, and then you'll fast travel again, and then now you'll start picking up an 80 stack. And then that's basically an easy way to describe how this works. Start with 1 makes 2 makes 3, and so on and so forth until you get a stack of 10, 15, 20, and you're good to go. So now for the rest of the video here, I'm just repeating the process, and now I want to save it. So I picked up that stack, and instead of fast traveling at this point, I'm saving with the item in my inventory. And now I'm going to sell it. So what I was doing was picking it up and selling it, but now I picked it up, walked outside, saved my game just to save my progress, and then I go back in and sell it, and then you'll see me fast travel so I can pick up another stack. So I did this all the way until I had 1.5 million, and you can do more, and there's some great people in the community on what's his name? Redbeard the Gamer, in his comments on his video, a lot of people had posted some suggestions of things that worked for them, and something that was one of the missions that you have to do, one of the quests, the main quests, you get an item that's worth like $2,100, and it's one single item that's worth that much, and that's right there in Edgewater, and it's not even like a few minutes into the game. Like I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes maybe, depending. Anyways, it's not complicated, but it's an easy way to get some money. Anyway, so I hope it wasn't too complicated for you to understand, and I made this really long just so I could show it a few times and explain it multiple times on how the process is when you're first starting out, and then what to do whenever you have a stack that's way too large that you can't fast travel with, but you want to stack it up. So it's like once you get to a certain amount, like 200 or 300 of those mods, then you can't travel anymore with them. So it's either you repeat the process with just that 300, which takes longer, Or you put the 300 in that bin and then fast travel, pick it up off the floor, put it with the one that's in the bin. Now you've got a double stack. Then you go in there and you drop it like you did the first time. So you only need to drop it once, and you only need to drop it again when you're doubling your stack or tripling your stack. That's it. So that's the important thing that people are getting stuck on, is you only drop it one time unless you're changing the amount that's being duped. So if you put down 5 and you're constantly picking up 5 and now you've got 20, then you're like, okay, well, I started off with 5, 5, 5. Now I want to do 20, 20, 20. Then you got to go in there and you got to drop that 20 and then repeat the process. So I know I'm explaining this over and over again and it's redundant, but hey, some people take a little bit longer than others. So appreciate you being patient. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful. Leave a like if it is, and shout out to the red. I want to call him the red beard gamer. Yeah, Red Beard the gamer. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, shout out to him for posting that video of his, because it's awesome. So anyways, appreciate you watching. I'll have a playlist of the Outer Worlds coming soon when I have some time, but for now, this was just a good video to throw up real quick.